Hello guys, today we're here at one of the most historical places here in the Philippines, which is Intramuros.
Intramuros, the walled city of Manila. Built in the late 15s, this place is packed with history. Cobblestone streets, Spanish-era buildings, and awesome photo spots. Check out Baluarte, hop on a calesa, or cruise around on a bamboo bike. Fun fact about Intramuros. So, Intramuros means within the walls. Because, yeah, the whole city used to be surrounded by giant stone walls. So, if you love history with the twist of adventure, this is the spot. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to Baluarte de San Diego, one of the coolest spots inside Intramuros, Manila. This ancient stone fort was built in the late 15s. Yup, it's one of the oldest structures in the walled city. It started as a circular tower for defense and later became part of the massive fortress that protected old Manila from invaders. Fun fact, Baluarte de San Diego was originally a watchtower, and its unique round shape made it perfect for guarding the city walls. Today, it's a peaceful garden, perfect for pics, chill walks, and that classic history vibe. So, if you're in Intramuros, don't skip this one. It's history, nature, and IG-worthy views all in one.
San Agustin Church is the oldest church in the Philippines, built in 1607 by Agustinian Intramuros, Manila.
San Agustin Church, built by the Agustinian in 1571, in the oldest stone church in the Philippines. After being destroyed several times by fire and attack, current Baroque-style structure was completed in 1607. It survived an earthquake, invasion, and World War II.
So that's all. Let's go move on to the next historical site in Intramuros, Manila. Let's go!
Now we're here at Casa Manila, here in Intramuros. This museum shows how wealthy Filipino lived during the Spanish colonial period. Inside, you see antique furnitures, elegant rooms, and beautiful decorations to reflect our rich history. Casa Manila was built in the 1980s under the former First Lady Imelda Marcos as part of the Intramuros Restoration Project. It's actually a replica of a traditional bahay na bato or stone house, which was a common style for rich families back then. You'll find areas like the sala or living room where guests were entertained, the comedor or dining room, which fancy silverware and plates, the cuarto or bed. Now let's move on to the next stop.
This memorial was built to honor over 100,000 innocent civilians who died during the Battle of Manila in World War II. They were the victims of both of the Japanese forces and by the bombings of the Americans. The battle was lasted February 3 to March 3 and was one of the most tragic events in our history. When you look at the right side, you can see the proper order of the war. As you can see, this is the proper order of the Battle of the Manila in World War II.
It once called the Pearl of the Orient, Manila was among the most beautiful cities in Asia, filled with life, progress, and dreams. But in February 1945, all of that changed. The Battle of Manila was one of the bloodiest urban battles of World War II. When American forces came to liberate the city from Japanese occupation, intense fighting broke out. The Japanese refused to surrender. They burned buildings, massacred civilians, and destroyed everything in sight for an entire month. Manila became a city of fire and death. Churches, schools, hospitals, and homes were bombed and razed to the ground. Civilians suffered horrific atrocities, massacres, torture, and execution. By March 1945, the city was liberated, but the cost was unimaginable. Over 100,000 civilians were killed, and the most of Manila was destroyed. The city that once stood as Asia's most beautiful metropolis became a silent witness of the horror of war. The Pearl of the Orient had turned into a city of nightmares, yet from the ashes the Filipino spirit endured. The Battle of Manila is not just a story of destruction. It is a story of courage, remembrance, and hope. A reminder that freedom once lost comes at a great price, but never without heroes.
Now, let's move to the next stop. Let's go!
Alright guys, we just arrived at the Manila Cathedral, Mother Church of the Philippines. This massive church has been rebuilt 8 times because of earthquakes and wars. The one we see today was finished in 1958. In the heart of Intramuros, the historic walled city of Manila stands a magnificent structure that has witnessed centuries of faith, destruction, and rebirth. The Manila Cathedral, officially known as the Cathedral Basilica of the Immaculate Conception. This grand edifice is not just a church but a living chronicle of the Filipino spirit. The Manila Cathedral's history stretches back to 1571 when the first parish church was built on this very site. What began as a humble structure later came up and evolved into a symbol of enduring faith. During the time it came to great griefs, wars, and wars. Over the centuries, the cathedral has been destroyed and reconstructed 8 times. Each version grows stronger and more magnificent than the last, a testament to unwavering devotion of the Filipino people. The present cathedral, completed in 1958, showcased a neo-Romanesque architectural style, grand arches, domes, and stained glass windows that bathe the interior in divine light. The facade is adorned with statues of saints, apostles, and angels, silent sentinels watching over the city. At the heart of it all is the altar of Immaculate Conception, the patroness of the Philippines. Her image, serene and radiant, symbolizes purity, protection, and hope, virtues that have carried this nation through its darkest times. During World War II, the cathedral was reduced by ruins, but like a phoenix, it rose again, rebuilt from the ashes through the collective faith and determination of the people who refused to give up their spiritual home. Today, the Manila Cathedral is not only the mother church of the Archdiocese of Manila, but also a vital part of the nation's identity, a place of history, art, and devotion intertwined. Nestled within the historic walls of Intramuros in Manila stands Plaza Roma, a quiet yet powerful witness to centuries of Philippine history. Once called Plaza Mayor, this square has long been the center of civic life in Old Manila, surrounded by colonial architecture and cobblestone paths. Plaza Roma tells stories of faith, governance, and resilience. At the heart of the plaza rises the majestic Manila Cathedral, its grand facade dominating the skyline. The cathedral, rebuilt multiple times after wars and earthquakes, symbolizes the enduring spirit of the Filipino people. Facing it, across the square, once stood the Palacio del Gobernador, the residence of Spanish governors general who ruled the archipelago for over 3 centuries.
Welcome to Fort Santiago, one of the most historical landmarks here in Intramuros, Manila. This fort was built during the Spanish colonial period and served as a defense fortress to protect the city. Fort Santiago has a deep connection to our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. It was here where he was imprisoned before his execution in 1896. Today, you can visit the Rizal Shrine Museum inside the fort, where his writings, belongings, and even final footsteps are preserved. As you walk around, you'll see old stone walls, gates, and dungeons, and beautiful gardens that tell stories of war, bravery, and freedom. Visiting Intramuros made us realize how valuable our history is and why it must be preserved. Each site we visited told stories of courage, faith, and resilience that shape our identity as Filipinos. We learned that preserving our heritage is not only about remembering the past, but also keeping our culture and spirit alive for the future. Through our tour in Intramuros, we realized that knowing our past helped us understand who we are today. The places we visited are not just historical sites, but symbols of hope, courage, and unity. They remind us to honor our heritage and move forward with pride as Filipinos, carrying with us the lessons and spirit of our nation's history. Intramuros will always stand as a symbol of Filipino people's strength and pride, reminding us to protect our honor, our history for generations to come.